Hello, we're back. Had a little bit of little over a week off, but we're back on this Tuesday. It's June 3rd. What's going on, Ben?
Pretty good. You can see that nothing's changed with the lag, but it was just as bad out there where I was. So coming back from a trip from Alaska, had to rock the Alaskan hat that you got me.
Yeah.
Service was pretty rough out there. So I'm actually kind of thankful for what I have out here in the boonies of North Carolina. But good to be back. Didn't get to see much baseball out there though. In fact, I think I only saw like 2 baseball fields in general. One was a little league team playing out there. Sweet view though. They had the mountains and the ocean in the background, so could only imagine being playing baseball in the summer there in Alaska.
Be awesome.
Yeah, it reminds me too when I played in that Cooperstown tournament. And if whoever first played in before the Dreams Park fields, if you remember, each team would get it. They had their own pen. It was the most popular for one. They were from Alaska. Something that I remember. My internet is really struggling today, so I'll go ahead and let you go for a little bit.
Yeah. So I got it on this day real quick. I'm not sure if you had one or not, but on this day in 2003, Sammy Sosa was ejected. This is his cork bat game against the Devil Rays, and he was ejected that game on this day, 2003.
He's slamming Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Hold up. I do have to say one that I thought was kind of interesting, and I thought it was necessary too because he was recently introduced into Major League Baseball's actual stats now, coming from the Negro Leagues, and that's Josh Gibson. And I thought this was pretty cool. It said in 1937, Negro League star Josh Gibson is credited with a drive that hits just 2 feet below the rim of Yankee Stadium, about 580 feet from home plate. It is estimated that ball would have traveled nearly 700 feet.
It's pretty wild.
So it landed at a spot estimated 7. How true it is, I don't know. Who knows? But if it is true, that's pretty awesome from an incredible baseball player.
Yeah, I agree. That's a ridiculous distance. Even getting just 250, 300 feet just from 700 feet. That's impressive. But yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Real quick, so I know I already had told you, but I wanted to show you your bobblehead from the Diamondbacks and Cardinals game that I went to a couple weeks ago. So that's it right there.
Did you want to start us off with player? Or did you want something else first?
And then, real quick, actually, I got my new Red Sox.
So you can go ahead and give it a pause real quick if you would like.
Yeah. All right. Apologize for that lag. I think we got it a little bit restored a little bit.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be the iPhone game for a while, so I'm going to hold you up. I actually do have a stand behind me, but I'm not going to use that just today. It's going to be me holding it, so.
All right. So I don't think you heard me, but I wanted to show you the bobblehead from the Diamondbacks and Cardinals game.
Nice.
So that one's yours because we got two of them. So
Great.
and
Appreciate
then I also no problem. I also wanted to show the new Red Sox City Connect Devers jersey, Green Monster. So
that's pretty cool.
Next episode I'll have the new jersey, also a City Connect, but I'll leave that a mystery for now. So do you want to get started on your breakout players first?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I didn't have. Let's see if I got since I had all of mishaps happen just now. I got it right here though. I'll go ahead and do pitcher first, and it's kind of a funny one because I think you picked him up with high hopes, and he did. His first outing he went 3.2. Didn't 4 Ks. Looked pretty good actually his first outing, but he didn't make it 4 full innings. And his second outing he got blown up by Cincinnati, 7 earned runs.
Yeah.
Followed by a couple 4 inning games. Didn't do much damage there. Besides his last 4.1, he went actually against Seattle. Had 8 Ks, but last game, and he just looks like he's getting a little better, and that's Lance McCullers, Jr. for the Houston Astros. You dropped him a while back, and it looks like he may have found himself now. Got himself a quality start, 6 innings, 3 runs on 5 hits, a walk, and 12 Ks. So he's known for his strikeout ball. He's always had high strikeout numbers. So I think as long as Lance McCullers stays healthy, I think that is him. He's going to have his issues coming back off surgery and missing so much time. But I think he's here, and it's something that the Astros desperately need too, because their pitching hasn't really been the best this year. Hunter Brown was hurt. I think he still is maybe on the IL. They just lost Blanco. So it's having McCullers come back and doing what he's doing is looking pretty good for the Astros. My position player is another guy, more of a seasoned vet. Been in the game for a minute now. And that's Max Muncy for the Dodgers. Not the new guy, which I think he's already back down, and he's been in AAA for a little bit. But Max Muncy, he's started the year off rough, and he's never really a high batting average type of guy. In fact, he's only a 228 career average hitter. But his OPS and OBP is what's makes him him. 351 lifetime OBP and 821 OPS. But his last 7 games, he's hitting 318, slugging 864, with 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, 7 hits, and 6 runs, and 22 at bats. And his 20 bats before that are actually pretty similar numbers as well. Another 4 home runs, or still has 4 home runs, but he's still hitting 273 and had a 414 OBP. So he's starting to look more like himself. I think Max Muncy breakout is happening now. I think he's back, and he's going to make that Dodgers team more dangerous than what they are. 34 years old, Max Muncy is, and he's still out there slugging.
Yeah, love to see it.
Yep.
So I guess I'll go ahead and do my guys.
Yeah.
I'll do my position player first. And this is a guy that I had in fantasy for a while. And I'm not even joking. As soon as I traded him, he starts teeing off. I'm not even joking. Yeah, Christian Yelich. So last 24 at bats, then 2019, Yelly. 24 at bats, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, a stolen base, batting 458 with a 500 OBP. So that's 2019 Christian Yelich numbers right there. And we kind of saw similar numbers last year when he was hurt, or after he got back from being hurt. I mean, so I mean, I like to see it because I'm a big fan of Christian Yelich. It just sucks that, of course, I'm notorious for trading guys that suck, and then they do really good after I trade them. So, but still have Christian Yelich.
Yeah, you tried to sell me him too for the low. I probably should have taken the deal on. Might have been like him for Gonsolin or something. I just dropped Gonsolin today.
Saw that.
Mick Abel, and every time I go to research Mick Abel, I always type in Mick Abel. Remember him?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's how it's pronounced, Appel, and he also pitched for Philly, and he was a 1-of-1 pick, I'm pretty sure. But I just remember him back in the day, and I just get them two mixed up. But yeah, Yelly's looking pretty good. I think he's just one of those guys. He's always showing you what he's had, and he doesn't hit as many home runs as he used to, but he still shows you he's sharp at the bat as long as he's healthy. So even when he's not healthy, before he went on the IL late last year, whenever that was, before he had a surgery, I guess he played maybe most of the season, but he was hurt during the season. He just waited, I think, towards the end to finally, get that surgery done. But I believe his back surgery. But yeah, he's a good one. Got a few vets in there for breakouts.
Yeah. The other guy I have is on my fantasy team, has been since last year. Always have been big on Taj Bradley. That's who it is. He's been doing really good recently in the last 14 innings pitched. 2 quality starts, 1.29 ERA, 0.79 whip with 16 strikeouts, including the 10 strikeout game he had against the Astros on Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's different times where Taj Bradley can either be really on his game or he cannot be. Recently, most of the season he's been on his game. He has had games where giving up 4 or 5 runs, but he's been pretty consistent with giving you 6, 7 innings. So love Taj Bradley.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Taj Bradley, and he's dealt with his injuries too. So I think as long as he stays in there and stays healthy, another guy, if he stays healthy, he's eventually going to show you like what he's made of, and I think he's going to be a big part of, if it's not the Rays organization always, he's going to be a number 1 or 2 guy, I believe in the future, because he's still young too. So he's always had high strikeout numbers. Typically, he's had if you look back in his minor league time, his stats there are just phenomenal. So I expect him to look like that as long as he's out there.
Yeah, I don't think I've shown it yet, but I have a baseball, and I know I've told you about it, but I bought a baseball. It was a Willie Abreu double off Taj Bradley.
I remember that.
I'll have to show that on here. It's pretty cool.
Two young studs, Willie Abreu.
Yeah.
And I do want to mention, while we're on the topic of Willie Abreu, the Red Sox right now, they're just looking so rough, and it's completely. We were so confident, That's how baseball is too.
Yeah,
you're so I think I had the Red Sox going to the World Series at the beginning of this year because they so stacked. They're when you look at it on paper, but then injuries happen. People don't perform the way they're supposed to. Their defense has been really bad. I mean, they're talking about trading Jared Duran now to the Padres. That's like talk. So it's like, wow, what a immediate, complete 180 of what the Red Sox were. Even the way they started, they started off pretty hot. So there's even talks about letting Alex Cora go. So it's weird to hear that. I mean, we're still very early in the season, but the Red Sox now have a losing record. I think of 29-33, maybe around there. So any thoughts on the Red Sox?
Basically just what you said. I mean, we both had him going to the World Series this year, and it still could happen. It's
Yeah,
still,
still
like you
early.
said, it's still early. But yeah, a lot of these guys, like for example, Christian Campbell, he started off the season like really hot, and he's been in a slump over the last,
Bad,
like the entire month of May.
bad, yeah,
With Jaron Duran, yeah, that kind of sucks if they're thinking about trading him.
crazy.
I guess they really have a lot of faith in Roman Anthony. Maybe they're trying to make space for him. He's been a stud. I'm surprised they haven't called him up yet. I think they really don't have anything to lose with calling him up, in my opinion. They
It's
called
crazy.
up Christian Campbell and
Yeah,
Marcelo Meyer. What about Roman Anthony? Of course, he's on my fantasy team, so that's also why I want him to get called up. But
yeah,
I'm just excited to see him play. I think he's a guy that can give the Red Sox a spark that they need.
yeah,
Because the way I see it, the Rays are heating up, the Blue Jays are heating up, the Yankees have like a 6-ish game lead in the division, I think.
yeah.
So they're gonna have to start playing better and soon, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would be calling Roman Anthony up, especially now that they have a losing record and he's still as hot as can be. He's smacking the ball all the way around. So, Christian Campbell, he's going to eventually find it. I hope they don't send him down. I think he'll eventually. I think he's just, in that early slump, unfortunately. But trading Jaron Duran just sounds lunatic, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm not the GM, so maybe they know more than I know, but I don't know. But what do you want to get into next? Did you want to get into our series of the week?
Yeah, we can do that real quick. So I'm not sure if we have the same one or not. I think I told you mine though is the Royals against the Cardinals. Now, a couple weeks ago, series of the week, I had the Cardinals and Royals. I kind of have it for the similar type of reason. A big reason though this time is Jack Caglianone's MLB debut, which he'll be batting here probably in the next 20-25 minutes.
Yep.
But that's a huge reason. I mean, this guy's been smacking the ball in college, early minor leagues here in AAA, and he got the call sooner than I expected. So I'm him, and then against our Cardinals. So we'll see how that goes. Today through Thursday, Royals have a 31-29 record. Cardinals have a 33-26. Tonight we got Michael Lorenzen going against Andre Palante. Tomorrow it's going to be my guy Noah Cameron against Miles McCullers, and then Thursday it's to be determined on Royals pitching. But Matthew Liberatore is going to be pitching for the Cardinals, so it should be a pretty good series. I got Noah Cameron on my fantasy team. He has been a stud through his first 3 starts, and I saw that you were interested in him.
Well, like I didn't realize he was on your team either, and I pressed interested, and then I was like, all right, I like the Royals, what they do with their pitchers. Like I've been pretty confident in Royals pitching, especially with their starters the last couple of seasons. So I went back and I was already interested, and I was like I might add him. Like I went back to look at him, and then I realized he was already on your team. I didn't.
Yeah.
In Alaska, I think it might have happened when I was in Alaska when you did that. I didn't really keep up with how many people or who was adding who and stuff, but yeah, he's definitely a stud, and he helps out that Royals rotation tons. But yeah, I did actually I did have the same series matchup. I think that's one of my favorite matchups. I like the Cardinals Royals games just as much as I like a Cardinals Cubs game. It's just a lot of fun. The I-70 series. Me and you were able to go to a Cardinals Royals game in Kauffman Stadium back in, I don't know, like 2004 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I always think about that and how fun it was, and I always try to go to those games when I can. It's been quite a while. I did get to catch one at the at Busch as well. But yeah, we're getting ready to go watch Jeffrey Allen Caglianone. It's his full name. Getting ready to go rake. Young guy, born in 2003. I'll go over a little bit of his stats too, since this is kind of the bigger deal because I think this is the type of guy that is going to be a superstar. Like, there's no doubt about it. I don't think he's going to come up, and I think he's pretty much on the same level I would put Roman Anthony as coming up. I expect them to both be elites. He was a round 1, pick 6 from Florida. He's a Gator. This is his career stats out of 315 at-bats. He's got 54 runs, 92 hits, 17 home runs, 70 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, 292 average, 358 OBP, and an 875 OPS. This season, out of 199 at-bats, he's got 15 home runs, 56 RBIs, hitting 322, with a 389 OBP and a 982 OPS. So this guy's, definitely proved that he can handle the AAA level like no other. And this guy can also throw like 100 miles per hour, by the way. I'm not saying he'll ever turn into a two-way player, but if there's anybody that I would compare to Ohtani coming up, Jack Caglianone would be that guy. He's got the build for it. Like I said, he throws 100 miles per hour. He just rakes home runs. When he's not, he's still getting on base. The only thing that he lacks a little bit in, I would say, is speed. He's only got 4 stolen bags and 315 at bats. So don't expect to get many, bags from him. But who knows? I mean, maybe he'll still steal bags eventually. But pretty excited about this one. And he should. I think the Cardinals-Royals game is just starting, so looks like we'll both be able to catch his first AB.
Yeah.
Did you have any other news for tonight?
I didn't have any other news, but I did want to share my crazy MLB stat.
Yeah.
So, September 7th, 93. Pretty close to a birthday.
Yep.
A couple of them. Yep, so September 7th, 1993, Cardinals' Mark Whiten tied 3 MLB records in one day. Most home runs in one game, which is 4. Most RBIs in a game, 12, and most RBIs in a doubleheader with 13.
Jeez.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen Mark Whiten's 4 home run game, it's pretty nuts. I can link that in the description. 93.
Oh, okay, 93. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days before I was born.
Yeah.
That's how I knew I was supposed to be a baseball star.
Yep.
Also, what happened on this day, and I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive, it was one of the on this days that I almost went with, and it was Lou Gehrig was the first player to hit 4 home runs in one game, and that also happened today back in maybe like 1930 something. So kind of a cool stat as well. The 4 home runs. Well, I think that's all we have for tonight. I do have a baseball game tomorrow, so we might be back on Thursday or Friday and get back at it. Got a makeup game tomorrow. So, other than that, that's 643 for you.
Yeah. Peace out.
Peace.